Here we go. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This episode number 2636 and Doubleshot 2530. Two TC group trades. Now, this one here, first of all, quite a while for this run. And it's basically from the Brian Michael Bendis era for DC, for this particular book. Now, I do own the first trade for this one. I try to get my hands on this trade physically, buy it. But aside from buying it online, which I'm trying to avoid that now because I have too many trades, finding a store is freaking impossible to find this one. So look, I already had it. So here we go. We have Justice League by Brian Michael Bendis, Volume 2, United Order. This collects Justice League Volume 4, Issue 64 through 71. Here's a little fun fact about the numbering. First book to reach this high of a numbering since JLA. And I think it was released back in like 2001, I think it was. First time in 20 years they've just reached that high. So, the United Order is mostly put a group of individuals who work for the United Planets. Which is a concept Bendis basically brought to present day in the pages of Superman. Well, around the time he outed himself. Now, of course, those of you not familiar with the Bendis version of Justice League, well, his lineup was simply put Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Black Canary. Actually, Wonder Woman was actually on this point in time, which mostly is Batman, Superman, Green Arrow, Black Canary. I think Marshmallow was still on the team too. And they were joined by Black Adam, Wonder Woman's mom, Hippolyta, and Naomi. Naomi joined because Bendis created her. In the case of Black Adam, and my friend Tiffany agrees with this, that was a really good choice on the part of Bendis. It's a really cool idea. Hippolyta probably just filled the Wonder Woman part because Wonder Woman was busy. If you're curious, like, why was Wonder Woman not part of the team when Bendis wrote the book? Well, because she was Mahala. Advents of Dark Knight's death metal. Yep, so the United Order, it is mostly put, it's like a continuation of what basically was established before. It doesn't ignore a lot of stuff. So, Hawkgirl's part of the roster too. So United Order, they basically show up on page, like you open up the issue. They show up on page 3. It's like, oh, here we go. Here's the United Order, comprised of these people. Prince Zerup, a Tamaranian, Hawkslayer, a Thanagarian, Dominator QQ, a Dominator, Bloodstar, a Gordanian, then a Daxamite. It looks like a version of Killer Frost. This apparently is a United Order. That looks like Hawkman. Except that this supposed to be, it's not him. Which is weird. Now, like I mentioned, United Order, it is mostly put basically the United Planets version of the Justice League. Oh, by the way, sorry, Bendis have it on the artwork here. We have Stephen Pogg, Stepher Green, Phil Holster, and Scott Kowalski. Dave Marquez and Alex Senkez does the cover artwork. This is right here. Yeah, mostly put in the case of Green Arrow. We just basically now, one thing to bring up in here is Checkmate. Yes, Checkmate's here. Also, Aquaman is here too. I almost forgot, he's part of the roster. So it's mostly put like very next thing that happens here. So they mostly deal with like various different stuff happening. Like, they're in that order. The Warner Twins are here. The Hall of Justice, which is basically still based on operations until Dark Crisis, of course. So apparently, Oliver Queen owns a place owned by Ted Kord. It says Oliver Queen's villa recently purchased from Ted Kord, so he bought this place at some point. So yeah, by the way, it's revealed that this is when Canary finds out that he's financing Checkmate. Yep. So yeah, we deal with this attempted invasion. We have Green Arrow using the the boxing arrow, which is so funny. Yeah, and basically with this is issue 65. This is where Canary finds out, he's running Checkmate. Yep, he's financing Checkmate. Yes, this is basically these last few issues here mostly serve as a probably for the Checkmate miniseries. Then we see Deathstroke before his death in Dark Knight Death Metal. He's still dead. He's been dead now for what now? Like a little over a year. Yeah, I disagree with him for doing that. So, yeah, so we have a lot of really fun stuff happening here. By United Order Part 3, which is basically from Justice League 666. The Hall of Justice is like heavily damaged. Not complete destroy per se, but so one thing I've noticed though about the artwork here, I think that the artist who does these issues, well, the way he draws Green Arrow, I think it's the same artist who drew Green Arrow Volume 3. I think Phil Holst was the artist for Chemist's run for the books. That's why the artwork looks familiar. So yeah, Hall of Justice has fallen, and it's like a lot of really big stuff happening here. Yeah, and they're fighting off against this alien. And then calling the Reservists, which is comprised of Captain, Plastic Man, Blue Devil, Vixen, Booster Gold, yes, Booster Gold, Firestorm, yeah, the Justice League Reservists. Which I should point out, though, this was something that Bendis had nothing to do with creation of the Justice League Reservists. This was something started by Scott Snyder. Yeah, he started it, so you cannot blame Bendis for Justice League Reservists. Why there's so many heroes here. This actually is a really cool idea. I love the whole idea of Reservists because you can't exactly have all heroes at the same time. So they with this potential alien invasion. It's just really fun. And we deal with army of Deathstrokes saying checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. Yeah, and then we have Zero stuff, and then we have Checkmate itself show up here, where it's basically the main members are just Director Bones from DO, Kate Spencer, Manhunter, Green Arrow, King, don't know who he is, The Question, and Steve Trevor. Yep. Checkmate was mostly brought in as a replacement for Argus, because their headquarters was destroyed during the events of Leviathan. So, yeah, and plus the Checkmate miniseries was called Leviathan Checkmate. That's what it was called, but was delayed. And then Bendis did with Alex Malik, which I thought was really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of really good stuff here. Lots of fun. And plus, here's something that apparently, I at least got to praise Bendis for this. Teddy, if you're watching, do not be mad at Bendis for doing this, especially since this was a really cool idea. Something which this, by far, is the first time in over 10 years this has happened. We have the Justice League take on... Oh, by the way, the Fortress of Solitude is stolen. They take on the Royal Flush Gang. Yes. Bendis remembers Royal Flush Gang, so has them take them on. So, yeah, Mark Shaw's here, who's obviously, like... Yeah. So, yeah, and I love the fact we got a chance to see them fight them. Like, when was the last time we see them fight the Royal Flush Gang? And they win. It's a massive brawl. This is a lot of fun. I love this book. Give this book a 10 out of 10. Yep. Next that we have is Titans, Family Broken. Yeah, I'm jumping a little early with this one. I just figured out why not. This collects Titans Volume 2, Issues 28, 32, and Shazam, Volume 2, Number 1. Written by Eric Wallace. Artwork by Philip Tan, Cliff Richards, and Fabrizio Ferrito. The original cover artist for the series was Fabrizio Ferrito in Hi-Fi, with Cliff Chang, who does the cover for Shazam Number 1. This cover here is Hi-Fi and Fabrizio Ferrito. Now, this is not the Titans who show up there and they're winning from the book. No. They're gone. Except for Harper. He's joined the group. He joined just prior to this. Now, he's here with, this, of course, is Deathstroke's Titans, which is comprised of Cheshire, Arsenal, the Tattoo Man. Yes, the Tattoo Man. Osiris. I think that's... I don't know who this red lady is. Oh, yeah, the whole thing with Osiris. Now, they're all here for a particular goal. Deathstroke's main goal is to resurrect his son, Jericho. That's his main goal. That's what he wants to do. Apparently, he does not want to resurrect Grant. He wants to find a way to resurrect Joseph. So we have Osiris, who actually fulfills his part of the bargain by getting. By the end of this book, we find out that Isis has been resurrected. We also, by the way, who is the Batman here? Is that Bruce Wayne on the mask? Based on the build, that is not Bruce Wayne. That is actually Dick Grayson. Yep, that is Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson was Batman at this point in time. Yep, Dick Grayson was Batman officially for 2 years, from 2009 to 2011. Where the main thing of this book is the Titans breaking into Arkham Asylum. Yes, Arkham Asylum. And plus, I love the artwork here. So, we have Ray Palmer. We have his girl, who's actually Roy Cheadle, who was the second Atom. He succeeded Ray Palmer as the Atom to it missing. Now, Roy Cheadle was killed in the Titans Villain for Hire special, killed by Deathstroke, and his body shoved in a matchbox. He was signing at the time. Yeah, I think I stabbed with a nail, I think it was. So, they basically mourn over his death. And plus, I love the fact we see Arkham. So we have this guard, he's eating a sandwich, and these cells, we see Jarvis Tench, the Mad Hatter, who's drawn differently than usual. Dr. Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow, Beza Carlo, obviously Scarecrow. And Brandon Starks, I'm not really familiar with him, so good artwork there. So yeah, basically these people break into Arkham Asylum. Why are they here, per se? Cause chaos. Yeah, and plus we also see Mr. Freeze here as well. I think one was freeze guns. Yeah, so... Yeah, and he thinks Cyborg is... I think it's supposed to be Killer Croc. I'm not sure why he calls him Cyborg for. Oh, by the way, one thing I love about Deathstroke here. He's still wearing the George Perez costume. Yes, seriously. And I have no problem with his Rebirth attire, but what's wrong? Basically, to hear from Argia Garcia. And plus, you gotta love this really cool scene of Batman. I mean, I thought it was Dick Grayson, but I think this is supposed to be Bruce Wayne. Which is like, why the heck would he be here? Well, because Deathstroke was one of his bad guys. Oh, by the way, we see Roy Harper here with a robotic arm. Those of you who do not know, don't be curious, why is Roy Harper have a robotic arm for? Well, there's a reason for that. In Crime for Justice, he got his arm chopped off by the villain Prometheus. This was just before he found out his daughter had been killed via basically a citywide bomb. Which was very weirdly explained in the pages of Rise of Arsenal. Yeah, they even show how the heck got his arm chopped off in there. Oh, by the way, prior to that, he was known as Red Arrow, and he said he'd go back being Arsenal after the events of Crime for Justice. So, I thought this was, based on the artwork here, I thought this was basically Bruce Wayne. Nope, it's Dick Grayson. Yeah, it just, the artwork makes people think it's Bruce Wayne, based on how his face looks. That looks like Bruce Wayne, but yet they say, nope, this is actually Dick Grayson. Yeah. Then we have this really weird scene here. We have, this person, we have sort of this kiss happening here. Just melting the mask. It's Allegra. And it's basically like a massive riot at Arkham. Plus we have Victor Zsasz here, who apparently runs to his son. Yes, Victor Zsasz has got a son. Things don't work in him. So, and then look, it's Blight. Except that's not Blight. It just looks like him. So, Dick Grayson basically tries to get Troy to turn the good side. Nope. So he's a criminal. So, and then apparently we get basically in this story, these later on these here, we get basically Tattoo Man leaving the team. And the reason? Slipknot. Yes. Old Firestorm villain, Slipknot. So that's basically the reason why he quits. Slipknot. You know, the same man who in his debut decided to hang Firestorm in his debut appearance. A creation of Jerry Conway, which I was not a fan of the movie version of the character, from Suicide Squad, where, oh, he was an expert climber. Did we see him climbing? No, he gets his head blown up. Yeah, so... yeah, and then Slipknot gets killed off here. Yeah, then he just quits. And then apparently this leads into Shazam #1, which you're thinking, like, Freddy. Yeah, this is Captain Marvel Jr. This leads into Shazam #1 one-shot, which is basically part of the storyline. So, oh yeah, by the way, in this issues here, Osiris takes Freddy's powers. Yep. Those of you curious, why in the world does Freddy become Captain Marvel? That was because apparently they gave apparently Mary and Billy gave the powers to Billy in the Freddy in the pages of Trial Shazam. That's basically the explanation I can give for it. But yeah, so he quits the team. Yep. And then of course basically like Isis gets revived. Well, thanks to power of the White Lantern Corps. Yeah. And the book ends like, what have you done to me? And that's the book in a nutshell. It's a pretty good book. I do enjoy it. Makes you think when you read the pre-Flashpoint stuff, like, why couldn't DC continue this awesomeness? Well, because Dan DiDio's stupid reboot idea. Despite the fact there's some good stuff that came out of it, but just the execution basically was so rushed. Like, they couldn't even allow writers to finish freaking stories. That was the problem with the New 52. Was that when it happened, it just happened all of a sudden. So a lot of series had to be axed while concluding the story. So it just stops. Now, there was going to be a trade published right after this one, was going to contain issues 33 to 38 and contain this volume's annual. Those of you probably thinking, why wasn't the book released? Simple. Got canceled due to low pre-order sales. I did research on it, like, does this really exist? It did, but it wasn't released because of low pre-order sales. Not the only one. It was also the same thing with the final trade was supposed to be released for Doom Patrol. Yes, well, for Volume 5. Except that was going to go to 21, because I collected like 15 and 20, which was like, really? You're not going to collect 22 because that was the final issue of the book? Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much the particular view, and that's going to be it for videos tonight. So see you all possibly tomorrow for maybe some videos tomorrow. Okay, so please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay, next video. Bye.